We're going to do some Rápido reactions to wrap up the show. Producer Carter will be tossing a couple topics our way. We have 90 seconds to opine on them. So, Carter, what do we got first?
All right. Starting off strong here. Saudi Arabia has officially won the World Cup bid for 2034. What are your thoughts?
Finally, the little guy gets something good, huh?
Look, I'm just saying it's been far too long that our richest oil nations have been overlooked, okay? Haven't really gotten the opportunities on the world stage to show that they can host such a beautiful tournament as the World Cup.
Hey, you know what? By then, we might not even be on oil, bro. We might all be on battery, bro.
So,
or these drones flying over New Jersey, bro. They might give us some new technology.
It's just not. We're at a point in when it comes to with stuff with FIFA, it's hard to kind of surprise us anymore. This was with the 2030 World Cup being in Spain, Morocco,
and
Portugal, and then with
also Paraguay
and featuring,
Uruguay and Argentina, because Uruguay was the host of the first ever.
So they're like,
so we got to get the guy who sounds like Uruguay, Paraguay in there.
Exactly. And they have, so the rule that FIFA instituted recently was that if a confederation hosts a World Cup, they can't host the next two. So if any country from that continent hosts a World Cup, then,
so how do you clear everybody out of the way?
They clear
so Saudi Arabia could give them a big check. I mean, host the World Cup.
And look, it's it is what it is. I mean, people will be angry about it and frustrated with it, but this is like
we're not talking human rights. Yeah, people might be upset. I am interested in the Neom, that weird city they're building.
Okay,
they got a stadium there.
I can't wait.
I just want to see what it looks like.
They're gonna be some.
What else? We got Carter.
All right, next here, David Coote, after investigation, has been fired.
I don't know why that sound just came out.
Okay, they dug up all the dirt they needed, but no, David Coote is officially sacked. He is no longer going to be a referee.
Actually, we should probably say he got baggied.
He got baggied. Sure, whatever. Okay, he's going to be starring the new season of The Wire.
Just step on the product, mate.
No, I mean, not too much of a shock here. But I think the only shock here is that a referee can get fired for like something. You know what I mean? Like usually,
well, not for being a bad referee.
Not for being
you
a bad
get promoted.
I mean, but what he did is being a bad referee. Like that's the you have to behave in a particular way.
I mean, whatever. You're drunk or worse. You know what I mean? You're not thinking about like best practices from work at that moment, especially if you made the decisions to end up at some stranger's house and filming yourself. You've shown bad judgment, but whatever. I mean,
it's kind of.
I think the judgment to get to that point is with showing bad judgment. Probably is not something you can trust.
Yeah, I mean,
and then you find out that potentially there's drugs involved, or maybe there was ill will towards certain clubs. Now you can't be trusted anymore.
Yeah, there's something about referees that I just assume they're just wholesome people. You know what I mean? I just assume they're like.
I think it's because you've not met a lot of referees.
I think I haven't met enough.
Yeah.
I think the people
Christina Uncle runs an underground gambling room, dude. How do you not know that?
Oh, Christina, aka Black Widow.
What else you got, Carter?
All right, next here, Jesus Ferreira and Paul Areola are rumored to go to the Seattle Sounders. Your thoughts?
Damn, Paul Areola should have gone to Brest in France. I think that would have been
just the name Areola on a breast kit is,
and if there's some guy named Bobby Underboob, you also get to go.
I mean MVP.
Joey Sideboob, my guy, get in the squad.
No, this is it's a couple things because players like Paul Areola and Jesus Ferreira, who Jesus Ferreira and Paul Areola, did he go to the World Cup or he did not? He was left off.
I know he was on the national team, but I don't believe he was part of the World Cup.
Yeah, him and Ricardo Pepi were left off. So the bubble guys, right?
Yeah.
And
fringe guys.
And there's a little bit of like, what does this mean for their careers?
I mean, Paul Areola got purchased by FC Dallas to win. And they didn't win.
Yeah,
but Jesus Ferreira, we should probably talk about that because
DP contract.
This guy was supposed to be going to Europe, but now he's going to Seattle. It's not exactly Europe.
Yeah, so I think the Tom Berger was reporting that I think the deal. It is a rumor right now, or at least maybe there's conversations or negotiations, but the deal is dependent upon Jesus Ferreira signing a long-term deal to stay in Seattle for. And he might be sold to another team. Who knows? But I don't know. Is this the right move?
They need a goal scorer.
They do. They need. Arguably, or inarguably, it's a better situation than being in Dallas.
Yeah,
Dallas is a whole. It's like
all right. They ring
new
the bell.
Coach, new project.
I'll leave it there. I didn't agree or disagree though.
Yeah. What do we got next, Carter?
All right, next here, San Diego FC completed their expansion draft. What did you thought?
Yeah. Okay.
They got 3 players.
They picked expansion draft for any of our European followers and listeners. Whenever there's a new team that joins Major League Soccer, they get to pick.
Every other team can protect some of their players, a certain percentage.
11 players.
The rest of them are available to be chosen, who now have to go to that other team. I understand that sounds insane to you Europeans. Get ready for buckle your seatbelt, because the 3 players that were picked are Jasper Lofelsen, Heine Gickling, Brunsith, and Hamidi Job. And I've made none of those names up, I promise you.
They are real names. And then one of the other ones is Thiago Andrade, who we obviously remember him. New York City FC.
Yeah, he was on loan in China.
He was on loan in China, which I thought he was on loan in Brazil. I did not even realize he went to China.
My man went to SZ Peng City.
And
doesn't Peng mean like a hot chick in England? She's Peng. Or now that's old. Like it might be like she's Lang now is the new one. But anyway, Peng City. That sounds great.
So no, but this seemed out of the players that we know. Obviously, we don't know the other 3 too well. But Thiago Andrade, a great player. Don't know exactly why it didn't work out at New York City FC. It wasn't ever really explained. But he was an important part in the MLS Cup winning season.
Scored some big goals his first few games.
Yeah. So
wasn't he Thiago?
He was for a little bit. But so San Diego picked him, but then traded him to Toronto FC. So he is now a Toronto FC player. Right. All the GAM and TAM was
no
exchanged.
coaches up there. Enjoy.
So we'll see what happens with San Diego.
What else?
All right, your last one here. The New England Revolution have gotten rid of their shirt sponsor. What are your thoughts?
Right in the nick
their
of
shirt
time.
sponsor, Christian?
Who was their shirt sponsor? Oh, that's right, United Healthcare.
Yeah. So New England called them and said, "We deny your right to be our shirt sponsor."
Yeah, we're living in an interesting time where we all know Luigi Mangione.
Yeah.
Okay, Italy's finest export.
Yeah.
No, but this is it's obviously there was a murder, and it was obviously very, very terrible. But the anger,
you shouldn't kill people.
You shouldn't kill people,
right.
But
someone should tell healthcare execs.
That's it goes both ways.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying.
Yeah.
But the
score is 1 to like 1 billion right now.
So the societal there's a sort of we're at a sort of a turning point or some inflection point at the very least of how people are, sharing all these stories about healthcare and everybody has had some sort of, kind of bad experience.
This is now my wife's job is fighting with healthcare companies.
Yeah. And so United Healthcare.
Because they're denying claims for cancer patients.
All right, which you know how they bleed the industry dry or whatever.
They don't need your help. That's not why they pay every month.
Get off the tit.
Get off the Stade Brestois.
Just absurd. So probably a good move and good timing for.
I don't think they were related, but great timing if you're the New England Revolution organization.
It wouldn't have worked out too well.